I'm not supposed to be tagged.
Okay.
I don't like being tagged. The reason why you can't submit this with your application is I have absolutely no prep work. And if there's something that I may need to discuss with Grant's account prior to them even knowing about this, we don't know. So I look at the solicitation number and I'm gonna go and find that RFP. I'm gonna pull it. Right now I have about, I think, 7 on my desk. So I pull the RFP, I pull, if it's grants.gov, Fastlane, and I pull the application packet, and I'm gonna have that ready. I make you a file, I send you an email letting you know that this has been approved so you can begin working. So you have a file on my desk set up, and I read that RFP so that I can be ready for when the rest of it comes through, because there are certain things that I need to set up. So this form is important to everyone that's signing it. I know just the other day there was a HUD grant that's being worked on. Another form came through, so they knew that 2 people were wanting to submit this, but only 1 application can go in. Something happened, so the second one, I'm assuming it's gonna be going in a couple of days, but this needs to be submitted as soon as possible. And I think even if you are getting the grant to me, the day is due. I don't wanna say it's fine, but sometimes it's fine if I know it's coming and I'm prepared. But if I get everything at once, that's when you kinda have the problem.
Right, and so this form does go through the same signature process that the proposal will go through, and everyone should see this certainly before they see the proposal, if not a couple of weeks before they see the proposal, because this is the time that if someone realizes we can only submit 1 proposal, we have 3 idea forms. I'm assuming at that point Dr. Digby is having a conference in her office with everyone involved to decide to prioritize this process. Who's going to write the proposal?
Well, and everyone involved won't say this, but I will. The due date is important because people go to conferences. Kendra goes to conferences. If she sees that a proposal is going to come in on a certain date, then she can make arrangements in her absence to make sure that gets submitted. So the due date, everything is important on that form, as you pointed out.
And so the timeline.
I guess it's just the solicitation of it.
Right, because that's how I pull it.
She checked, I'm sorry, yeah.
Right, watch out for holidays,
Right.
university vacations, just
Right.
lots of things can interfere with that progression of the calendar.
I was just gonna ask, because it's fillable, how much do people want in the summary of the project idea space? Because sometimes I cut it so it all goes on 1 form, or I try and edit and modify the,
Well, you can put it on two pages if you need to, because some people are very wordy and they really want you to see more of a summary and not just so it's up to you.
So
it's
it's okay.
Yeah, it's
but
okay.
then the summary, like you probably don't look too hard at the summary just to make sure it matches the agency.
I do.
Because I'm all about keeping it short if that's okay.
And that's fine.
And then you do all of the things on that long list of things that you have to do in preparing your proposal. You have completed your proposal, it's perfect, you have all of your supporting documents, and you hand it to your department chair or appropriate administrative unit and begin the signature process. Final signature on everything is from the president's office. Nothing is finally approved until she has signed this form. One of the stipulations is that this form is printed on yellow cardstock. Not yellow paper, but yellow cardstock.
I could tell.
Much of the information from the proposal idea form that is repeated here, of course. At this point, you probably have certainly the agency that you're submitting it to, and those things are going to be the same. One of the things that I sometimes find that the initial budget numbers are sometimes get juggled up or down and around, and some of the details may change. project summary should still resemble at least something like what you initially proposed. Your project period time, this needs to match your proposal exactly. If you are required to submit human or animal subject approvals, it needs to be indicated here with dates and approval numbers. Personnel involved, and again, this is something that needs to be worked out before you get to this point. This should have been established on the proposal idea form for personnel. Space and equipment, again, should have been worked out in advance, and matching shows up in the budget. Continuation beyond the period of the grant, again, if they stipulate that the university is agreeing to continue to pay for something beyond the end of the grant period, you don't want to surprise anybody with this at this point. It's too late, probably.
And the other thing about it, we're going to switch over to the budget. The one thing about the internal routing form is, of course, and what I think a few people don't know is that you may have gotten all approvals, you've sent me your electronic package, it's ready to go. Can you scroll up to the top? One of the things, this is what the president sees. Prior to this form, she sees nothing. So she is going to be looking at your summary. If she has time, if it's timely, she actually reads your proposals. Dr. Mahoney, she has always read them. And I know lately she hasn't had the opportunity to do that because they get down there so late the day they're due within hours, and she hasn't had an opportunity to do that, but at least she does have an idea of the summary, and she, of course, believes that as long as the vice presidents are signing off on them, they're okay, but she does like an opportunity to read them, and if you know, sometimes she has read proposals and has sent them back and have asked for them to be reworked or certain things to be taken out. So when this is submitted timely, it gives everyone an opportunity to really do a good review of the grant, and when it's not, it does cause problems. And again, the electronic application can get to me as late as possible, but if you can get that paper, that hard copy, circulating for review as soon as possible, even if it's a draft, as long as your budget and budget justification are complete, the rest of it can be a draft. Well, as complete of a draft as possible, which will give you time to still work on your electronic application, even if you have to get it to me at the last minute. Because as long as I have that proposal ideal form, I'm set and ready to go.
But don't be surprised to get an email from Dr. Mahoney suggesting some changes in your proposal. And when I have gotten those, they've invariably improved the quality of it.
Yes. And I know lately in the past month or so, I am the one emailing her saying, this grant is due within 30 minutes. And so I know she didn't even get a chance to see it. And that has happened a lot. She hasn't calmed me down and asked me questions yet, but it has been happening a lot. And this particular part, this is what Stacy's been with us probably a year now. This is what Stacy looks at. When I know you know, if you call me about your budget, I say, I don't approve the budgets and I can't answer your question, and I refer you to Stacy. So this part is very important as well, because Stacy's going to review this, and then she's going to look at your budget, your line item budget, and budget justification. So.
Something I'd like to add. I've been telling a lot of the PIs that have been doing proposals, as you're working on them, getting your budgets together, if you're still working on drafting out the full proposal idea, if you can send me via email or bring me a paper copy if that works better for you, your budget and budget justification, that gives me time in advance to go through, find any errors in calculations or anything along those lines, and be able to let you know that these changes need to be made or this percentage rate is different. So it just kind of